All right. And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of AHHWF, the internet's #1 wrestling program. Some would say the best wrestling program in general.
I would say that. I frequently said that.
I know, you've said that a few times.
You are well on the record.
So, how about Clash of Clans?
That was
last time around.
A wild show, not just because it was like one of our longest shows ever, but one of our most dramatic shows, I think, in the history of our fledgling company.
The surprise, unbelievable climbing the mountain comeback that that Team Marvel was able to accomplish. Basically, Marvel and X-23, no offense to the other people on Team Marvel, but those two mounted an incredible comeback, securing the win for Team Marvel. And I don't think any of us saw that coming at that point in that match.
No, although that's exactly, if I could have had my way and guaranteed that that would have happened, that's what I would have asked for. I just didn't think I'd actually get it, because normally our hopes get crushed on this program.
Sure.
So.
And speaking of hopes getting crushed...
oh, jeez. No one warns you when you're a commentator for sports that you have to, like, deal with the people that are good enough to become champions talking to you all the time.
I know, right? Kind of a problem.
Yeah. All those conversations with Tim Tebow, eventually just like, ugh, go away. Is he even good? I don't know.
I mean, he's not in sports anymore, but...
But when he was.
Yeah.
And she go out here saying, wow, you know, all things considered, I have to come out here if I'm the noble champion that I want to be. I have to come out here and say in front of all of you, what an effort by Team Marvel. Go ahead and give it up for him.
Wow, that's kind of surprising that Shigo would, you know, show respect to Team Marvel.
Yeah, she's got like a kinder demeanor on her face than usual. And she said, you know, I think after a performance like that, it's only fair that Captain Marvel get another shot at my championship.
Well, that's...
And the fans chanting, "We're not worthy," and applauding, referencing Captain Marvel, they're into this.
Yeah, I mean, the surprising turn of events from Shigo. Maybe Shigo's turning over a new leaf.
It could be. She is green.
Uh-huh. Fall and all.
But Shigo's saying, it's just such a shame that next week is our big Queen of Halloween tournament, so I can't really give away a title opportunity that way. So I guess...
I see, okay.
Got the rug pulled out from under us.
I see what's going on now.
It was sarcasm, Ben.
Yes.
She was playing us for fools.
Oftentimes, I know that people believe that us commentators are very keen observers of the human psyche, and I think that's what we just experienced there.
She's saying, you know, it's going to have to... Captain Marvel is more than welcome to be a part of the Queen of Halloween tournament, but much like the King of Summer tournament, she's going to have to go through and win the entire thing to become #1 contender again, regardless of any miracle performances at Clash of Clans.
Well, you know, if anybody knows how to overcome obstacles and have the odds against them, it's Captain Marvel.
That's true.
You know.
That's going to be a pretty stacked deck for that tournament, though.
No, that is true. I mean, ask Android 17. That's no easy feat.
Yeah. And,
or Happy Feet, for that matter.
He'd be great on this roster. I'm sure his name isn't Happy Feet, but you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
And Ben Shigo said, you know, while she can't award Captain Marvel the title shot, she went ahead and arranged a match for her to warm up with ahead of the tournament. So Shigo seems to be out here acting like she's in the mood to do Captain Marvel favors. But if you read between the lines, if you use your critical thinking skills.
Yeah, I'm using them right now. You can see if you look closely, my critical thinking skills are running.
What you might pick up on is that one, she's paying lip service to wanting to give Captain Marvel another shot at the title while simultaneously dodging it, using the Queen of Halloween tournament as an excuse.
Yes,
and also saying she's arranged a warm-up match to help Captain Marvel. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out she doesn't actually care if Captain Marvel's warmed up for the tournament and at her best. I imagine she's found another obstacle to throw in the way of Carol Danvers here tonight.
If I was a betting man, which I usually am,
okay,
I would say that you're right. I don't know. I think betting people just go around telling people they're right. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
It's the safest bet. Most people are usually right.
Yeah.
The average person, when they speak and do things, is correct.
Most of the time, yes.
That's Murphy's Law. See, I'm correct in saying that.
Everything that happens equally happens.
Yeah, well, so Ben, we are anxiously waiting in a minute here, finding out who Captain Marvel's opponent is going to be for this impromptu tune-up match. I think Captain Marvel doesn't get... She gets credit for this, but not maybe enough credit for being so game to constantly show up to these matches where everyone kind of knows she's being set up to fail. Like, if it were me and I went to my job and everyone's like, hey, Chris, do this impossible thing, I'd be like, I'm staying home. I'm done. Captain Marvel shows up every single time.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Exactly. And Meredith, happy Tuck Me In Tuesday indeed. This other comment, I gotta take a second to parse. Happy feet that ain't Falco Wombo combo. What? Is that like a Super Smash Bros. Thing I'm not aware of?
I'm not sure either. And I was looking at that comment and going, I'm not sure how to respond to that. So I'm sorry, that was my silence there, as I wasn't really entirely sure what to say in that instance.
You know, yeah, we don't mean to be silent. It's just that we don't respect you.
Oh, I don't think so. I respect Meredith quite a lot.
Keep in mind that they are the person that was excited about the 4 Jokers that showed up at Clash of Clans. Do they deserve respect or rights?
I think that everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Ben, look who it is! Holy, that's Garnet.
Oh, of the Crystal Gems.
That is former women's tag team champion Garnet. That is
current women's tag
oh my
team
god,
champion.
You're right. She never lost it because
the Crystal Gems just left with that whole division basically.
Yeah, for newer viewers of HHWF, the Crystal Gems from the Steven Universe School of Professional Wrestling once ran roughshod over the women's division. Lapis Lazuli is one of our greatest champions, even though we hated her guts. And her backup, the Crystal Gems, were a dominant tag team. They won a tournament to become the first ever women's tag champions. They never lost, and they just left with the titles. We have not seen them since 2018, and now Garnet has chosen now to show back up as Shigo's pick for Captain Marvel's warm-up match here before the tournament. Ben, can you... First of all, this is an incredible return, and I can't imagine what wrestling promoting genius was able to pull her back into this promotion.
You know, I don't know. I will say, obviously, to us here, the keen-eyed announcer and viewer, we're obviously we know to fear Garnet.
Yes.
We know what Garnet is capable of. We know what they can do in the ring. Does Captain Marvel? If you remember, Captain Marvel is, in the grand scheme of AHHWF, a newcomer. Was not around during the reign of the Crystal Gems, and so I wonder if that is going to work in Captain Marvel's favor here. Of a like, well, hey, okay, bring on a new opponent, or is that going to work against them? Oh. As they don't know what to expect here in this match. What do you think?
I think it will help Captain Marvel in that she's got the positive can-do attitude that'll keep her afloat to not know exactly what was ahead of her till it's happening. Now she's got to adjust on the fly where she doesn't have time to be worried or afraid. Her body's just got to take over and do the fighting for her. And fight she's going to have to, because as we've already seen, Garnet showing off her dominant size and strength.
Yeah, Garnet, very powerful, very strong, has been what was a dominant force in the AHHWF women's division, a product of people's nightmares, and now apparently making a return.
Yeah, Ben, can you imagine the landscape? Wow, Captain Marvel sending Garnet to the outside, showing her what she thinks of her size and strength advantage. But can you imagine the landscape of this women's division? A, if Garnet is here to stay, and B, more immediately, if Garnet is in the Queen of Halloween tournament.
Oh, God. I didn't even think about that. Garnet in the Queen of Halloween tournament? So is Garnet just going to win?
I wouldn't bet against her, and I'm a betting man. I think you're correct.
And, well, so, I don't know, I mean, I don't really know exactly what's going on here. Is Garnet on Shigo's payroll, or is it just like Shigo found out that Garnet was coming back into the company and was like, oh, hey, well, why don't you face Captain Marvel? You know, like, or is it just kind of like, did Shigo direct Garnet or direct Captain Marvel into Garnet's path, whichever way you want to look at it? or is Garnet working like in what as Garnet did for Lapis? Is Garnet now working for Shigo?
You know, Ben, you are raising great questions. I can tell that you were in your critical thinking zone.
I turned it on and I can't turn it off now. I'm just critically thinking about everything.
And look at
is Brian okay? You know, I wonder with Brian in this ring every night, does Brian deserve a championship match? Does Brian deserve to be at our next tournament? You know, like
I personally would love to see championship contender coworker Brian. Oh my God, you look at the athleticism.
Yeah, Captain Marvel able to kip up there. And now, picking up Garnet.
Impressive strength to drop her for the Kree Crunch. Not letting Garnet intimidate her one bit as she sets up for that big Captain Marvel. Oh no, Garnet just smacked it away. How strong do you have to be?
And now picking up Captain Marvel and throwing her over her head there.
God, that's a former women's champion getting tossed around like a rag doll there. Garnet treating her like a toy she doesn't particularly like. But the toy is fighting back, Ben. Much like in Toy Story.
That happened to me when I was a young kid.
Were you tormenting them with magnifying glasses and
such?
Well,
I liked to do, with my Lincoln Logs, I would make a fort.
Yeah.
And I would have my army men, like, do battles. Like my little green army men, you know?
Yeah.
And then one day, they did a mutiny.
Oh, I see.
And I had to move.
You know, I don't mean to ignore or make light of things during this beatdown that our former champion and our hero Captain Marvel is taking at the hands of Garnet. I just would prefer to not think about it too hard because it'll make me sad. But big time spear to cheer me up. Here we go. As Meredith in the chat asked if we've never seen Wombo Combo, that's going to be a yes from both of us. But also says, does Brian deserve rights more than anyone? Which is the most educated take we've ever had on this program.
Sure, and Captain Marvel going for a cover here. That's a 2 count there on Garnet.
Yeah, I wonder... I hope we get to find out the answer to your question earlier about Garnet's allegiances and motivation here. But right now, it just seems she's set on demolishing Captain Marvel. And taking her time to taunt in between moves as well to deal insult and injury. But Marvel is doing a good job of keeping herself in the game with her fast-paced offense and technical wrestling ability, which Garnet doesn't need to have because she's a giant. But it pays off for Captain Marvel to have, as well as have the top rope to assist her.
Yeah, and the top rope will assist right there. Brian in the way, but Captain Marvel jumping over there.
Red and blue arrow.
Oh,
no.
It looked like Captain Marvel may have the win there over Garnet. But taking a moment to strut, not feeling too down about it, and immediately going back there on the offensive here against Garnet.
This is why I love Carol Danvers, our good captain, because not many people have kicked out of her finishing maneuver.
And a huge spear there, really feeling it.
Not many people have kicked out of the red and blue arrow, but instead of being upset about it, she danced it off, and she comes up here to hit another one. Let's go. Second red and blue arrow.
Another cover.
Trying to seal the deal.
Oh,
Not 2, though, Ben. That's got to rattle even her confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How much could a person throw at Garnet here?
Yeah, the veteran Garnet. Oh, no, Ben. I've heard she's using this as a finisher these days. This vicious bear hug. Practiced lovingly on Steven Universe, but aggressively on Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel has no choice but to submit, her ribs and spine being cracked at the hands of Garnet.
Well, and if anybody doubted Garnet after returning a year later, I mean, I think that Garnet really proved they are still a dominant force. If you can make Captain Marvel tap out, that is no easy feat.
God, yeah. Now you know, we were one kind of afraid for the division when Shigo took over as champion. I'm now at another level of afraid now that Garnet's back. And can you imagine how much worse it's going to be if Garnet is like Shigo's muscle?
Yeah,
She'll be unstoppable.
I really hope that's not the case there.
Captain Marvel honestly had a phenomenal showing against Garnet. Hit her with everything she could. It just wasn't enough tonight.
I mean, what Captain Marvel had here in her arsenal would have gotten the 3 count on almost anybody else in this locker room. Yeah,
absolutely. It has. We've seen time and time again her put people away with moves like that. But yeah, Garnet back here in HHW, have a shocking return, and And a big-time impressive victory. I, for one, would never, ever, ever want to be in that particular bear hug. Some bear hugs, maybe nice, some warmth, some pressure, like a thunder blanket or whatever they call those.
Yeah.
That one looks awful. Would not recommend.
Can we get some context on the wombo combo thing? Because I feel like we're just. I mean, maybe I just honestly a lot of times if something is explained to me, then I go, oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I'm really bad when it comes to like names of things, names of people, names of shows,
names of your
names of my children,
your treasured family members. Yeah. Well, Ben, we've got a hell of a wombo combo of matches. We had that first match, and now we have...
We don't know if that's a good thing or not.
That is true, but the word combo's in there.
It's certainly been a combo.
And wow, what a wombo tonight is. I don't know. Fuck it. But we have the first defense of a proud tradition in the hardcore division. Donkey Kong, new hardcore champion after Clash of Clans, and... proudly taking up Shaggy's mantle of defending 24/7. He's wrestling Link, Ben. A friend from the Nintendo school.
The following contest is an extreme rules.
How do you
I was
feel?
just letting the folks in the Twitterverse know that this was going on so they could join us. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about this match. Donkey Kong and Link are my two favorites to come out of the Nintendo school. I mean, really, if it comes down to me, I don't think there's two that are better. And so we get to really see that Nintendo school of wrestling in the spotlight tonight.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. Sorry, I was thrown off because Meredith texted me a link to Wombo Combo.
Oh, okay.
We'll watch it during Link's entrance because we're disrespectful. We're bad commentators. This is where like WWE would plug Skittles or something, so it's fine.
Skittles. They're tasty, aren't they?
Buy a Wombo
Give us
Combo
money.
today. Okay, I still don't know quite what the Wombo Combo is. However, these gentlemen's enthusiasm is infectious. I'm smiling from ear to ear, watching them scream about that ain't Falco, Wombo Combo, Wombo Combo. All right, well we're about to see if Link and Donkey Kong have anything close to that level of technical skill in
I just
their...
wanted to comment really quick while you're kind of thinking for things to say. Is Link's eyebrow game.
Yeah?
Excellent.
Yeah, you're a fan?
Yeah.
I
You
gotta
think
take
it
another
kind of
look.
looks like Link does that thing where you get the eyebrows tattooed in.
Okay.
To kind of add a little more definition.
Sure.
And I approve. It looks good on him.
What about Donkey Kong's eyebrow game, Ben?
Well, Donkey Kong appears to not have eyebrows.
Is that a smart choice? Maybe that's a new game in itself. Maybe Donkey Kong's playing 4D chess.
Well, I can tell you that if you don't have eyebrows, then in a match, in a hardcore match especially, no one's going to be able to take tape and put them over your eyebrows and then rip them off.
Which is a popular deathmatch tactic, Ben.
I have seen many people do that in hardcore matches.
Donkey Kong, obviously a very prepared competitor. It's like, you know what? I'm hardcore champion now. I'm going to leave all the hair on the rest of my body, but my eyebrows are going to be real safe.
Well, that hair doesn't hurt as much.
That's true. Everyone knows that.
Notice he did like kind of the reverse Steve Carell in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
That was his inspiration.
Or I guess he did because
He did the
Steve Carell in the
Yeah. All right.
Introducing the challenger from another time.
I think this is Link's first shot at a championship here in the company.
20 pounds.
Link getting promoted here tonight. I don't know if I'm a fan of those eyebrows, Ben. They kind of freak me out a little bit.
Introducing the champion.
You know, I like to compliment people when they try to do things to better their appearance.
You know, sometimes Commentators will boo the eyebrows they love and cheer the ones they hate.
They're just having fun.
And there is our new and proud hardcore champion. Donkey Kong beat Luke Hobbs last week at Clash of Clans. That's a feat.
Well, you know, Luke Hobbs showed up, promoted his movie, won a title, lost it,
and then left. Just hightailed it out of there. Vintage Luke Hobbs. God.
He'll show back up here in a couple months. And,
yeah,
like, it's good to be home.
He's like, I'm gonna be here every week. It's like, all right.
I'm sorry, Luke Hobbs. I love you.
Go for your pack of cigarettes, Luke Hobbs. Wow, big start to this match. Donkey Kong kicking at that shield. And a knee to the shield. I wonder if Donkey Kong is wearing pads under the fur just to protect the joints.
Well, the fur is Donkey Kong's body. I don't know. Could Donkey Kong put things under it?
You've raised a great point, man. See, that's what happens when one of the commentators has their critical thinking face on and the other one does not.
Yeah.
Big time back body drop from the champ, though.
I'll tell you that Donkey Kong medallion, though, is flying around. That, you know, taking off the eyebrows, but not taking off the medallion.
You know, I think it's a sign that this was the right move. I think wearing a medallion with your initials on it, big insecurity from Link, gives you confidence of, like, I've already kind of won a trophy, I've already won an award.
Sure.
So that prepares you to have the confidence to go on and win championships. Like, he looks like he just ran a marathon with that on, doesn't he?
And that powerful clothesline there in the corner. Link just falling down to the middle of the mat. Oh, and now crushing the elbow. And Donkey Kong saying, come on, Link, get up.
I love the ruthless aggression on display from the new hardcore champ. He knows he's got to keep it up. Like, it was one thing to beat Luke Hobbs, but you can't rest on your laurels in this division of all of them.
Yeah.
Big backbreaker. He is staying on top of Link.
Well, you know, Donkey Kong lives by the values of hustle, loyalty, and respect.
I think that's a well-known fact. He also is aware that Link is the hero of time, and so he's attempting to give him no time at all. He's got to stay on him and keep the pressure up, give Link no time to think so that he can secure a victory in little time.
I really enjoy your masterful use of the English language there.
His chances are high rule of winning this match.
Ooh.
He's trying to high rule the division, Ben. And there's a Michi Donkey driver. Sliding in for the cover.
He's gonna, you know, after this match, he's gonna be awfully Zora.
That was really sold. No one can see, but it was really sold by the gentlest nudge of the elbow against my arm there. Donkey Kong pulling Link up by the head.
I feel like the way I talk often exudes gentle shoulder touch.
I think that's probably pretty. I think you're like,
or just, gentle elbow nudge. I guess
think you're just a gentle elbow nudge of a human being. Like you're like that's like you like personified.
Donkey Kong going for the cover, but Link kicking out at one. The crowd on their feet cheering on Donkey Kong.
This match has been all Donkey Kong, but Link has managed to do his fair share of escaping when it's required. He hasn't been able to score much offense, and even when he has, it hasn't really knocked Donkey Kong to his feet more than once or twice. But he's staying in the game. That's what's most important, really.
Well, you know, they say that when I don't know why they say this. It's something I actually heard happen. Is that Link when Link found out that this match was going to happen, went and practiced in an escape room.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if they do submissions in escape rooms, but
that would certainly motivate you to escape.
Yeah.
Some dude named Derek is putting you in a Kimura and you're just like, God, where's that key? Donkey Kong setting up here. And a remaster into the corner. Now that's a version that Crash has not utilized before, to my knowledge, to use the turnbuckle to help.
And Donkey Kong getting the 1, 2, 3 here, and getting his first victory, or first retaining victory.
Yeah.
As hardcore champion.
He really pummeled him, huh? I kind of expected a better showing from the hero time, but you know, maybe it just wasn't his time. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, Donkey Kong might have said, "Hey, Link, you know, your time is up, and my time is now."
They're gonna be playing the.
You can't rupee me like the money in Zelda. My time is now. It's the franchise. Like Zelda now.
Oh.
You can't see me
I'd like.
I'm gonna be Zora after the match. Ah!
I'd like to hear you do Donkey Kong 64 of those.
Well,
this is an interesting episode of this show, Ben. When we had not even had time to ask each other who you got during these matches, which is
I got Donkey Kong.
That's the exact same way you picked him at the pay-per-view too.
Well, it works, doesn't it?
I can't deny you that. Wombo combo, Ben. You sure ain't Falco. That's all I'll say about that.
So, all right, 2 matches into the night here. It's been a pretty fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. Another exciting episode almost.
I mean, yeah, I would say that it's been an exciting episode.
I bet you would.
I mean, we started out the show with the return of Garnet.
Yeah.
I mean, who saw that one coming?
And Captain Marvel in action, which is always a treat, and then a hardcore title match.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been. I wouldn't complain if I got this show on YouTube for free on YouTube.com/Happy Hour, but then also this ability to support on Patreon at Patreon.com/Happy Hour. That's great options.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we just appreciate you watching the show. We hope that you hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying what we do here.
Tell a friend.
But if you really enjoy it, then
if you're just like, God, I just can't get enough of this.
You're like,
Happy Hour.
I love this show so much. I feel like I need to toss them a couple bucks. Then that's where you go to Patreon.com/Alien Happy Hour. And of course, we also do podcasts and some other stuff as well. AlienHappyHour.com for everything else under the Alien Happy Hour sun.
There's kind of a lot. It's a miracle we have time to commentate over elementary school gymnatorium wrestling, Ben.
It is amazing that we have time.
Thanks, Link.
I agree.
Thanks for hooking us up.
I rule.
Oh, I lost the headphones.
Oh, no.
The power of comedy.
So I'm going to tell the Twitterverse what's coming up next.
All right, it's a good
Why don't you
match.
tell the people watching at home what's coming up next?
I'm very excited for this one, Ben. We got a wombo combo of a match here. We have another one of the I don't even know what to call it. You know, Bad, our tag team champions, kind of initiative right now of like,
sure, yeah.
We won't defend the titles till a tag team beats us in non-title action. We got another one of those matchups coming up, and it's gonna be Bad versus one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Oops, All Patricks. The team of Patrick Star and Patrick Stewart.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Arguably, you could argue that both of them are Patrick Stars. And with that, we send to the ring. Picture the JB. And there we go, our movie club tag team champions.
Do you like my new Derrick Rose shoes?
I like them. Yeah, they're slick. They're definitely better than Link's eyebrows.
What?
I have that to say. They're definitely better than Link's eyebrows.
Oh yeah. I'm also a little worried though. Or no, never mind. These are the Derrick Rose 3s, so they're the one he won the MVP in.
All right, sweet.
So these are actually the good ones.
So you will win MVP of wrestling commentary.
Yeah.
Cool.
At the end of the years, I was gonna say something that I'm glad I didn't say for the commentary awards. You at home could probably fill in the blanks. But you know, like the Grammys, but for commentators.
Yes.
All the ones that are coming to me in my head, I just don't want to say out loud. But the commentator awards, I hope that I win MVP.
There you go. And here we go, Ben.
$1 million moves. Oops, All Patricks.
God, I love their entrance so much. I forget every time until they're doing it. This is my favorite tag team of all time.
At a combined weight of
Oops, All Patricks.
You know, man, that's paying homage to their mentor, Pat Rick, who is a
Ooh.
renowned professional wrestling coach. I've never met the man, always heard the highest of regard for him. He taught them everything they know, and his dying words to them were, go make $1 million moves. And that is why we see the entrance we do tonight.
It's always nice when someone follows through like that.
Yeah, you know, they really did his... God, I can't focus when they're...
Do you think so? What, if you're a betting man, do you think it's correct that Oops All Patricks will beat Bad tonight?
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Look at them.
I mean, they definitely do have the je ne sais quoi that you want out of a tag team.
God, I certainly hope they beat them. I want this very badly now. Patrick and Crash Bandicoot tangling up to get this thing started. Crash Bandicoot, oh god, well I was gonna say, trying to show Patrick that he's the superior wrestler by utilizing headlocks and other mat wrestling techniques, but fired off with a punch, but Patrick makes him pay for it. The big flapjack just tossed him in the air. It's like, I'm strong too, my dude.
Patrick has a lot of brute force that Crash is going to have to deal with.
Patrick trying to put Crash to sleep for Tuck Me In Tuesday. And Patrick, this is, to me, what is he doing?
Oh, poor Crash.
Oh my god. Patrick is awesome. What a force to be reckoned with.
And Crash trying to turn the tides here.
Oh, wow. Oh, counter, DDT. Shades of his hero, the Mermaid Man.
Like, actually makes sense this time.
Are you saying it doesn't make sense for literally every man, woman, and child, another person to look up to Mermaid Man?
I mean, Mermaid Man is, like, really, like, the Michael Jordan of professional wrestling.
Big time wombo combo from Usopp Patrick, and Patrick Stewart is fired up. He's got that new show coming out, and Penguin coming in to show what he's got. Xavier scooping up Spine Buster. Look at, he says, "I'll take your drop. You're gonna raise you spine on the pine."
Or maybe more accurately, it's like,
whoa, look at him folding. Oh my god.
Oh.
Usopp Patrick came to play.
Yeah, they've learned some new moves. Maybe a more apropos comparison might be Bill Russell, because although because some people are like, oh, Michael Jordan, like he's not that good, even though they're wrong. But I feel like everybody, even if they're like, oh, Bill, like they have bad takes, like some people in the Alien Happy Hour world, where they're like, oh, Bill Russell played against plumbers. Everybody's still like, most people, except for people who have bad takes about basketball, respect Bill Russell and look up to him.
Sure.
You know, a lot of NBA players cite Bill Russell. I mean, it's the Finals MVP trophy. Come on. So I think probably like Mermaid Man, similar to how Mermaid Man wrestled against Mario. I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah. So what do you have to say about the fact that Mermaid Man quite literally wrestled against plumbers? Oh God, you know, I was quite enthralled by your basketball talk there. We missed a lot of important tide-turning offense. Patrick Stewart did an impressive backflipping DDT, but ultimately wasn't enough as he's getting mobbed up by Bad right now, and they have turned the tides in their favor, and now it is his match to try to get back on top of, and he does literally that right as I say it, because that's what happens on this show.
We have a lot of power here with our words.
We really have to think about how we use it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'm putting this forward right now. That tag team move that we see all the time in this company, a lot of tag teams' favorite because it's a great move.
Yeah.
The drop toe hold and the elbow drop, that is from now on the Wombo Combo.
All right.
We're gonna immortalize tonight. October 8th, 2019 is gonna be a night to remember. It's gonna be the night that the Wombo Combo was immortalized in wrestling history. I can't wait to forget it the way I forget whatever I called Captain Color's finisher. Oof, high angle suplex.
With the captain's hook?
It should be. And Penguin and Patrick Starband, both aquatic to some degree. You know? Motor.
I suppose. And Crash and Patrick Stewart.
Both bandicoots.
Both bandicoots. Yeah, that's correct.
If you're a gambling man, what is this? Hooking him up. Wow.
Ooh.
Big time release vertical suplex. Going for the cover. Crash not coming in. Oh, not enough.
While I was like rooting for Patrick Stewart there, I was pretty sure that Penguin was kicking out of that one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's we've seen almost nobody beat the Penguin.
Well, these two trying to help their odds, softening them up. They're stomping a mud pie, and the Penguin, they're doing the...
it's a Patrick Stampede.
Yeah, you're dead on. I was trying to think of what that was going to be called, and you nailed it. The Patrick Stampede by Oops All Patricks.
But Penguin doing a 1 count there.
Oh my God, did you see that, Ben? What is happening? Patrick Stewart just casually walked into the corner and hip tossed Crash Bandicoot into the ring hard way. Crash Bandicoot was doing nothing wrong, but I love to see this happen anyway because he's done stuff wrong in the past. He deserves it. Patrick Stewart just walked over, threw him over the top rope onto the floor, hurting his back, then threw him right back over outside of the ring. I love this strategy by Ubisoft Patrick's. They're getting ahead of the cheating. They're like, instead of waiting for bad to cheat and then we cheat back to like get revenge, we're just gonna cheat first. I love it.
Do you love that?
I really do. You know, they said, I've stands all I can stand, and I can stands no more.
Well, and watch now, because Penguin has a submission locked in. Oh, but Patrick able to kick out of it. Literally.
Patrick sending him back to the corner. Ooh, a big boot from Penguin, though. Penguin, what you were getting at earlier, is one of our top wrestlers in this company. I think you could say that regardless of division. I think Penguin could easily hang with the people that are in the men's championship tier. He basically did in the King of Summer tournament this year. He made it to the finals against 17.
And maybe I'm getting my AHHWF lore wrong, but I think 17's the only person to defeat Penguin. To actually get a 3 count on Penguin.
I believe he's one of 2 because John Wick has also defeated Penguin.
Yes.
I think he might have, although actually, I think John Wick might have made Penguin submit. So 17 might be the only person to pin him. But 2 people have beat Penguin for sure.
Okay.
Crash trying to beat Patrick into submission with these heavy right hands.
Welcome, Pilot. Thanks for joining us. You're in the middle of a Bad versus Oops All Patrick's match.
I thought you were going to say you're in the middle of a bad match. I was like, Ben, no it's not.
No, I'm just telling them who the teams are.
I got legitimately excited to see Pilot in the chat. What a delight. Patrick hooking him up. He's got him goozled. Big choke slam, sending him down to Bikini Bottom. That's where he's from.
How? I was going to say something and it just turned into a noise.
It happens. Look at Patrick. Okay, this is great, Ben. Patrick Starr utilizing the Vulcan neck pinch as a tribute to Patrick Stewart's friend, Leonard Nimoy.
Ooh.
The late, great Leonard Nimoy, whose dying words were go win a tag team championship. So they're the next person that they have to try to live up to the dying words of is Leonard.
And you know what's funny is that one of Patrick Stewart's best friends, obviously his best friend is SpongeBob. One of his best friends, Patrick Starr's best friends, is a Nimoy.
Which one? Look at the cheating again. I thought they had it.
Or I guess it's Nemo. Fish.
Oh, I see. Leonard Nemo. Finding Nemo.
Finding Nimoy. Isn't that what the first Star Trek reboot is? Finding Nimoy?
I think it is.
And Patrick Stewart there breaking open Crash and now setting up for something that looks like it's going to be painful. Yes, it is.
Ben, these 2 enterprising young tag team superstars are really digging deep here tonight. They are a new tag team. We've seen them wrestle before, but they are an all new version of this team before. Ben, they're aggressive, they're impressive, and they'll play dirty if they have to. But Crash hits the remaster and might have sealed the... No! Patrick Stewart says line and dances to his feet, Ben! And catches him. Oh my god, a twisting DDT. This is awesome. Patrick Stewart. No, Penguin breaking it up. I thought Oops All Patrick's had it. Patrick Stewart fucking swinging at the back of Penguin's head. Look at what they've done to this tag team, Ben. Penguin just got hit in the back of the head and accepted it because he knew he couldn't take Patrick Stewart toe-to-toe. Another launching suplex. Going for the cover. Patrick Starr into block. No. Ben, this is our tag team division at its finest.
Oh, yeah. No, we're seeing some like textbook tag team wrestling right here.
They are putting on a clinic here tonight.
College.
University.
University DDT.
It is setting up here. Another hook and suplex.
And no one in there to help Crash. And
they did it!
Oops All Patrick's gets the win.
Oh my god.
Bad.
Ben,
they will face Bad for the tag championships.
If there's any more reason to be excited, Ben, about the tag team division, we now have Oops All Patrick's versus Bad, and now the titles are on the line. The first team to actually meet Bad where they demand to be met, beating them in non-title action, and now they get to reap the rewards. I can't wait to see this rematch because this match was already a classic in my book, but now, like you talked about at the pay-per-view, it's only going to get more intense because now Bad knows, okay, this is the team that beat us. Now we know what we're up against. And so that's going to step their game up. They're already impressive game. We're going to get, I think, a hell of a tag team title match when these two teams next meet.
Yeah, I can't wait for it.
Pilot, just like, take that, you bandicoot fuck. I agree. And Patrick drooling at the opportunity ahead of him. He cannot wait to get his hands on the Movie Club Tag Team Championships. Might just be drooling because there's popcorn on the championship, but on the belt itself.
Oh, there is popcorn on the belt.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you talking about?
There's popcorn on the design,
No,
so
you're
that
right,
could
yeah.
explain the drool. But I, for one, like to think he just has a lust for the championship gold. Not like he's horny for the belt, because that'd be weird. But like, you know what I'm saying? He just wants it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm glad I don't have to explain to you to convince you that Patrick doesn't want to fuck the belt, because otherwise we might not want Oops on Patrick's to win.
Some commentators would make you explain how Patrick wants to fuck the belt.
Like, hold on a second, slow down. Are you saying this anthropomorphic starfish wants to have sex with the championship belt?
That's not the kind of program we're running.
No,
here,
I don't
folks.
think so, and I'm just thankful for it, you know? And, then look who's here. It's, Captain Marvel, second time we've seen her tonight. Moving a little slower than maybe we're used to after that, that match against Garnet to open the show. Hey, Pilot, remember when Garnet was part of the company? She made a surprise return tonight, as Shigo's pick for Captain Marvel to quote-unquote warm up against. And Garnet actually beat Captain Marvel in the first match of the night.
Now, I assume Captain Marvel coming out here to address that very fact.
Yeah. Captain Marvel saying, before I get to anything else, I also want to address Clash of Clans last week, and I want to say thank you to Laura, X23, Elastigirl, Helen, and Kim Possible for backing me up, going to war with me against Team Shigo, and we did it. Together, we overcame the odds, and we won that match, and I just thank you for supporting me in my efforts against Shigo. What a class act. And now, another class act move, Captain Marvel saying, despite, that match in the opening the show not going the way I wanted to, honestly, welcome back, Garnet. You're the kind of person I want around here. We might not see eye to eye, and you may have beaten me, but that's what I want. I want people that will push our division to the highest it can go. I want the women to show what they've got, even if that means I take a submission loss every now and then. You got me good. Congrats, Garnet. Welcome back. I hope, personally, we rematch in the tournament next week.
Well, that's a very healthy attitude to take.
This is why, Ben, Captain Marvel should be our champion. Every week, we not only see proof that she has it in terms of in-ring ability, but also the attitude. She is a born champion, and it just makes me madder and madder that Shigo keeps putting up roadblocks in her way and screwing her out of what should be hers.
Yeah, it's very rude.
But the thing that's great about Captain Marvel is she's not the type to look at it the way I am, which should be hers. She wants to earn it. And she recognizes that Shigo's underhanded, but she's not going to throw a fit about it. She's just going to go in there and get it done, which is great.
Yeah.
But Ben, she's addressing Shigo now. She's saying, I see what you did there. I also agree with you. I do deserve a title shot, but I'm more than happy to earn it in a tournament. And, you're going to have quite a run of it, too, ahead of things. It's not just me that's going to have a hard time with the tournament. You got to beat someone who beat everybody else. So I went ahead and, Shigo, I booked you a warm-up match as well. So, Ben...
all right, we're going to see the champion in action next.
Our main event is going to be the Turnabout is Fair Play match, Ben, because the show opened with Shigo saying, oh, Captain Marvel, let me take care of you. Let me give you a warm-up match ahead of the Queen of Halloween next week. And Captain Marvel lost that match in a hard-fought battle with Garnet, submitting to her bear hug, but then coming out here and saying, you know what, fair play, Shigo. I just want to make sure you're warmed up for whoever you have to face after the tournament. So, here's a match for you.
All right, so... I mean, who...
I gotta say, I love it, man. And maybe you'll question me like you did with Oops All Patrick's. I love when we love a good sportsman, a sportswoman around here.
Yeah.
But I, for one, love when our wrestlers say, like, enough is enough. If you're gonna screw me over, I'll screw you over right back. Like, we can do this all day. And I love that instead of just taking Shigo at face value, she's like, oh, all right, gee, you got me again, Shigo. I guess I have to keep having these ridiculous matches for you. Captain Marvel's like, no, you're not the only one that can go ask Frazier for a match. Because apparently now Frazier doesn't even book these shows. He just kind of hangs out waiting for someone to ask him of things.
I mean, when the wrestlers have, like, a lot of ideas, it's like, why you might as well just hang back and just let it happen.
Just count your money.
Yeah.
But But yeah, so Captain Marvel was saying, look, like, you're not the only one that can play these kinds of mind games and these kinds of politic tricks. And Captain Marvel willing to show that she will take on Shigo in any and all battleground, whether it's the ring, whether it's the entrance ramp, whether it's the playground outside, or whether it's Fraser's office. She will battle her wherever she has to. And there is our women's champion, Shigo. She's kind of had a lucky run of it lately, you know, with, like, getting to set her title defenses. You know, choosing to have triple threat matches, quote-unquote, with Navi, and then, like, getting the break of Clash of Clans. Granted, that was Captain Marvel's idea, but, you know, most champions, every pay-per-view, have to defend the title. And Shigo is escaping 2 big events in a row. It's not a pay-per-view, but next week's Queen of Halloween tournament, she won't be in action. She'll be watching from the booth, from one of the VIP sections, as a number of other women compete for her championship. A shot at her championship, I should say.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. They don't just get it. That'd be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous if that's how it worked. That Shigo didn't even get to defend it.
Yeah, especially if we don't like her. You know, you want to give her a shot. And a shot she will have tonight against a mystery opponent that Captain Marvel has booked for her. Oh my god, it's Garnet again!
Well, I guess, you know, you mentioned turnabout is fair play. This is pretty much as turnabout as it can get.
This is a genius play, Ben. And also, I want to note, answers an important question. Earlier tonight, you wondered if Garnet was maybe in the pocket of Shigo. And I think this clearly answers no. Garnet is in business for herself.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, Garnet looking out for herself and coming in here. And I think probably at this point, more than happy to take on Shigo, because now Garnet gets to prove, in taking on the 2 that are currently at the top of the division, Garnet gets to prove that they deserve to be up there in that division as well.
Oh, yeah. Ben, can you imagine the shock that's going through Shigo's mind right now? Like, she thought that she had tonight all figured out. She showed up to the building tonight, I'm going to make Captain Marvel face this giant Garnet, the current and, like, reigning for over a year AHSW Women's Tag Team Champion in her big return. And then I just get to, like, hang out and, like, eat Cheetos. But then turnabout for being fair play, as I can say, oh my god.
Ow,
that's
ow,
not
ow.
good. But having to face her own secret weapon here in the main event tonight.
Yeah, well, and obviously Garnet showing signs of a little wear and tear after that match with Captain Marvel. But now, as I say that, as it works here in AHHWF, now getting some offense in against Shigo. Oh, and some.
Yeah, making up for the fact that Shigo knocked her down and caused Garnet to hit the back of her head on the steel ring steps, which is definitely not something you want to have happen, something this early in the match. But, oh no, you don't want to taunt against Shigo. That's the first big mistake I've seen Garnet make in her return, is turning her back on our women's champion. Say what you will about Shigo, but she is not someone you want to take lightly. She is a, we talk a lot about the way that she kind of secures her victories with shortcuts. She doesn't really need to take them. She's a very good wrestler, which kind of makes it more depressing that she does those things. Oh my god, Garnet is running right through her right now, though. That big toss and the big drop kick. As Meredith said in the chat, holy shit, Shigo's gonna die. And she just might. Garnet, you know...
Using the ropes to catapult Shigo there backwards.
Yeah, Garnet crushed the midsection of Captain Marvel and made her tap out. You know how much it takes to make Captain Marvel say I quit. And yeah. Garnet made it happen.
Well, that's the thing. I think Shigo needs to try to avoid getting into that bear hug.
Yeah, absolutely. And this series of strikes from Shigo will definitely help. And that big Russian leg sweep, trying to wear down Garnet as the fans boo her. And you know, the fans were no fans of the Crystal Gems when they were here. So I know they have no allegiance to Garnet, but I know they definitely have more bad feelings against Shigo. And you know, they haven't seen Garnet in a year. Maybe they kind of forgiven some of the sins of the past. Who knows, honestly.
Yeah, well, honestly, I mean, because we haven't heard from Garnet, we really don't know what frame of mind Garnet's in coming back here to AHHWF. We have really nothing but questions. We have no answers right now.
That's true.
We've seen her defeat Captain Marvel, and we've seen her in a match with Shigo.
Yep. And doing quite well against Shigo at the moment. Do you think we can read into the fact, Ben, that, you know, when Garnet was part of this company, she was always backed by the other Crystal Gems. They always stacked the numbers game in their favor. And this time tonight, she's come out not once but twice, all on her own. Do you think that maybe indicates a change of heart in the case of Garnet?
Well, I think what it shows us is that the Crystal Gems have not, at least publicly, are not joining her back here in HHWF.
What she got in mind here for Shigo? There it is, Ben, the bear hug.
Oh, and
She's got it on the second top competitor of the night.
Shigo flailing. Remember, at this point...
There it goes.
Oh, and Shigo tapping out, too.
Wow.
Now Garnet has come in and taken on the two top competitors here in the women's division and made them both tap out. If that is not a statement, then I have no idea what a statement is. Can you tell me?
I don't know. Garnet is the most poised and positioned now to take over this division if she so chooses. She just tapped out Captain Marvel and Shigo in one night. That is incredibly impressive. Well,
yeah, and so, I mean, I guess we haven't gotten official word yet if Garnet is in that Queen of Halloween tournament. But you got to assume that we're going to get that. You got to think that Fraser's looking at this and seeing the dollar signs and going,
yeah,
Garnet's
no
got to
way.
be in that tournament. And also, you got to think that everybody who is planning on being in that tournament is watched both these matches and gone, please don't let me see Garnet in the first round.
Absolutely. Yeah, Ben, you know, now's as good a time as any while Garnet celebrates her second win of the night in the ring to tell you and the audience more about Queen of Halloween, the big women's tournament that's happening here next week. The cool thing about Queen of Halloween, in addition to being the women's division version of the great tournament we saw earlier this summer with King of Summer, unlike King of Summer, we are not going to know the participants in advance. Because while Captain Marvel is confirmed for the tournament, and we can only assume that Garnet's in there as well, Fraser has made a point for this tournament to say that the entrants are going to be a surprise, and he's teased that some of them are going to be brand new women we have never seen on the roster before. So Queen of Halloween was already going to be something to look forward to next week. I can't wait to see who shows up, and what's going to happen when somebody comes face to face with the giant Garnet.
Yeah, and Meredith in the chat saying, I don't think I want Garnet to hug me. I think that's a sentiment that we all share.
Absolutely. But I do want each and every one of you, whether you're in the chat live tonight or watching later, to try your best to join us for Queen of Halloween next week, whether it's live or it's on the video on demand. But we hope to see all of you there. It's going to be a great show. The winner will be the next number one contender to Shigo's Women's Championship.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night of wrestling. And a show that you definitely don't want to miss. So until
if
next...
you miss it, I'm sending Garnet to hug you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, yeah. So, yeah, you don't want that to happen.
You don't want that.
But until next time, we hope you enjoyed the show. Hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up, do all those things that you like to do. And alienhappyhour.com for more Alien Happy Hour things.
Absolutely. Garnet, what a brilliant get.
Yeah.